bag it up, a journal cover with 2 journals. Won't you join me? Hi, Best Buds. It's Cathy with Cathy's Garden, and I'm so happy that you've joined me today. You're gonna need 2 bags. Now, my bags are approximately 9 inches by 4.5. Now, you can make this with any size bag that you have. These are the type of bags that have a bottom, and they are gusseted on the sides. I'm going to be using this as my example to show you how I ended up with my 2 bags hinged together. I have 2 strips that are approximately 1 inch wide, and you're going to need it as long as your bag. You're going to need some glue. I wouldn't suggest a glue stick for this, but you're going to need to place glue on both sides of your bag and then place your fabric on top. Make sure you have left a small space in between your bags. Once you get your first side covered, you'll want to go to the other side and you'll want to do the exact same thing. With the bottom like this, I just go ahead and place my strip of fabric over that. It just helps it stay closed because we're going to use this portion as a pocket, a built-in pocket. Here's the one that I've already prepared because it needs to be completely dried before you start your project. As you can tell, I coffee dyed my bag. It was a very bright pink, so I just painted on a little bit of coffee. And I really like that look, having some of the pink pop through and then the coffee stain on some other places. I have prepped quite a bit for this project. That's why you didn't see me yesterday. I thought I could get it all prepped and a video made and edited, but it didn't work out quite that way. So here we are today with all my items prepped. What I did for these is this. I have 2 of these. I have 2 this size and I have 2 this size. Now these papers are from Shabby Dabby Doodah. I backed these on some paper pad paper that I didn't really, it wasn't my style. It's a good way to use some papers that maybe aren't your style, but you can still use them. Because I really wanted these to be firm, but I didn't have them printed on cardstock, so I glued them onto the paper pad paper that I didn't quite care for. And I did choose to sew around the edge of mine. You don't have to sew around the edge. That's just an added layer of decoration. These 2 are approximately 7 inches by 4 inches. Now, if your bag is not the size my bag is, you will want to size it up or maybe size it down. But as you can see, it fits on my bag like this. I have plenty of room. Let me fold it in half. I have plenty of room on the sides and I have quite a bit of space on the top and the bottom. And I have 2 different prints from the kit. I'm not sure what the name of the kit is. Maybe something roses, I think. I really like this one with it. Now you'll also need 2 of these. Mine are approximately 7 inches by 3 inches. And once again, you will want it to be a size that fits your bag. Being that they're firm, they're not like super cardstocky. Stocky? I don't know, is that a word? I don't know. They're not hard cardstock, but they are firm. And by placing these on our bag, it's going to help our bag be just a little stronger, a little more firm, because we're going to use this to hold a couple of little journals. This would be an excellent add-on for a larger journal or even a nice little journal to give as a gift, or to pop in your satchel for lots of journaling space if you're on a trip, a vacation. Let's go ahead and attach these pieces to the front and onto the back of our bag. I'm actually going to set a book on top of this just to make sure that it gets glued down evenly. I have a piece of copied document of some sort. It's a receipt, I do believe. I could glue that down right there, and then this one for an accent, and I think I want to take it maybe at an angle. I was even thinking I need to tear it right here. Oh, Ricky Lou is just really talking. I thought that was a upset type of noise that she's making, but I understand that that's not upsetting. They're not upset, they're just talking. So I don't know, she's talking about something. Yesterday I took my phone and I put on bungee noises and let her listen. Oh, she had so much fun. Maybe she's telling me she wants to hear her friends again. I'll have to hook that up for her again later today. Okay, so we've got this, and then I thought maybe this. I really like the pop of the color. I also was thinking I might want to lay a little bit of lace underneath and scritch it up like this. So let's get this portion glued down first. I just filled my art glitter glue, and I don't know, but man, oh man, is this glue super runny. So yeah, I'm not used to it being this runny. It was out of a brand new bottle. So maybe it's because it hasn't gotten the air too much and thickened up. So it's brand new, so it's runny the way maybe it's supposed to be. But I'm not used to it, so I keep putting too much on. All right, I'm gonna lay my lace down, and I'm actually gonna switch to my hot glue gun here as soon as I decide how I want this. Do I really want it crooked, or do I want it straight? I kind of like it crooked. So I have a Sure Bonder high temp glue gun. I'm going to add my glue. I have my little silicone stick here. It was a gift in some Happy Mail a little while back. I absolutely love it. I have no idea. I've never seen one. I don't know where they got it from, but I love it. If you ever see one, grab it, especially if you use hot glue. And this, pulling up the lace like this, it softens the edge so much. What else can we add? I've got some sewing trim here. I have some sari silk from Crimson Heart Studios, and I ruffled it on my machine. Let's just place it right here on the bottom. Now I also have some other lace, and I was thinking I could add it to the bottom. I think I'd like to do that. I think I'd like to add just this little piece right down here first before I put the sari silk on top. So now I think we need a little bit of this up here at the top. Yeah, I think I want to take it down the side just a little bit and then across the top. And then do I want any lace at the top before I go across? This is heavier than this, so I have some more of the lace I used at the bottom. Oh, I really like that. We got the lace on the top, and we have the same lace on the bottom. All right, let's continue. That sewing trim, oh, I like it right there. I do think it needs a bow. I'm not sure where, but I do think we want to add a bow. So I like this color with it. So let's make a bow. I think just a simple bow will be perfect. I kind of like it right there, so I'm going to pop it on right on this corner, and then the The streamers I'm going to twist around and tack right in that ruffle. Oh, how sweet is that? A little bit of bling or maybe some flat back pearls. Let's see what we have. And I have a dish of butterflies too that I thought would be really sweet to add. I need a very small one. So I've added a flat back pearl here and one in the middle of the butterfly. Now, if you're new to this type of crafting, you might say that piece you put on in the beginning, you can't see it anymore, but you can. You can see right here, you can see the stitching, and you can see it right here. So it's just part of layering. You can't see it all, but you can still see parts of it. Oh yes, I do like having that up there. Okay, let's continue. Let's go inside. These two pieces right here, I'm going to attach underneath that bottom of the bag. And I've just got to decide how I want my papers, if I want them like that or maybe like this. I think I like it that way. Let's add a little decoration on our pockets right here. So I just have some pretty botanicals and a butterfly with a flat back pearl in the center of the body. Now I'd like to go ahead and glue this portion down so they become pockets. Now that we have our bags decorated, it's time to make some journals for the inside. You know, the inside of the bag. We need 2 journals for this. I have an envelope that we coffee dyed last summer, and it is approximately 9.5 by 4. I folded this envelope over about a ½ inch. And the reason why I folded it over is because I needed to fit inside my bag without too much coming out of the top. If your bag is a different size than mine, then you would need to fold yours over a different depth. I have 3 other pages that I want to use, so I'm going to have 3 pages and an envelope for my little journal. This one will be my cover. Then I'm going to add my envelope and then my diamond paper from chapter 1 papers, and then my shabby dabby doodah paper. Like this, and I'm going to sew it using my little method that I love to use. It's not quite long enough, but it will work perfect. No dangles for this journal. I'm going to glue this down directly onto my page. For this page here, I'd like to add another page, and I'm going to fold this over about a ½ inch. I'm going to glue it on the page, and then I'm going to fold it back on itself, this. And then I need to add a tab. This one will be perfect. Now we have a lovely fold out page, and it breaks up all the coffee dyed paper. The center, and then we have another piece here. I'm going to need to glue this closed where I folded the envelope over. Using some of the scrap papers that I have in my scrap bin, we can make a cute little flip book. And in my scrap bin again, and I think that would be lovely. What a cute little flip book. And then we have a nice pocket here that we can add a tag to. I need to decorate the front just a little bit. Maybe a little bit more of that sari silk. I have a little picture that I added some sari silk and some flat back pearls onto. I thought it would be super cute if I added it right there. Bag it up. We made our holder together. We've got our pockets inside, and we have some large pockets at the top. Let me show you how these have turned out. We have this one, and we have this one. Oh, I love this. So we have a little fold-out page, lots of journaling space here. I might be adding a few more things. We have a flip book. We have an envelope pocket with a tag. And we have another little pocket right here on the back. And these fit nicely inside of our journal holder. I love how it's turned out. I hope you've loved it too. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. I invite you to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. I'll see you there, guys. Bye now.